Hello and welcome to this undisclosed location. I'm going to be doing this, so I thought I'd get a plain background up in here. I'm not being held hostage, although it does maybe look like it. Welcome to this Disney Throwdown Extravaganza Best of Film. One of these things, I can't remember what it's called, but they're like, get your best Disney film, basically. So let's begin. I've got 32 films, so we'll do it across 2 weeks, because if not, it'll be like a 50-minute long video, and who wants that? So I have asked my friend Alana to pair some films, and I know that she's done some that will be very easy for me, some that will not be easy for me, and then we've got some Pixar towards the end, which will be next week's video. This maybe your favourite Disney film will not be in this list. I am not saying it is the best Disney film ever. It is just of the films I have given, which are the ones that I'm familiar with, know, love. Without further ado, let's get cracking. So we've got 5 rounds. We've got the auditions phase, round 1. We've got judges' houses, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then at the end of next week's video, we'll have the final between the two that are battling out to be the best. So let us begin. Round 1. First up, we have Dumbo versus Bambi. This, to me, is quite an easy one. And nothing happens in Bambi. Bambi, they frolic around the forest, no good songs, and then, spoiler alert, death, and then the end. Like, nothing really happens in this. Dumbo, quite enjoy it. Hated the remake, did not enjoy that. Better songs, better animation. Would argue that being taken from the mother is sadder than Bambi's mum. But yeah, I think Dumbo is significantly better. So this round goes to Dumbo. We now have Princesses Snow White versus Cinderella. Both films that I don't particularly... Is this loud? Is this annoying? Both films that I don't particularly care for. Snow White needs men to do everything for her, but she can be really good at housework, but needs saving on several occasions. I know it was like the first one and it's way back when and times have changed, but... kind of ish similar for Cinderella, but at least it's a fairy godmother than just a man helping her out. Better characters in Cinderella, slightly better songs as well, but I don't, nah. We'll give that one to Cinderella. We now have Alice in Wonderland versus Oliver and Company. 2 slightly better ones. However, I can already tell you that this round is going to Oliver and Company because Alice in Wonderland scares the shit out of me. Could I tell you why? No. I just find it very creepy. Really enjoyed the remake with Tim Burton. The original, the OG, the animated classic. No. Whereas Oliver and Company, great film, underrated, I would argue. Georgette's song, I think, is a cracker. I'll see if I have the ability to put that in here. And I guess I didn't, if you see me do this. Better storyline, better characters, better songs. A better film, if you will. Ding, 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 ding. Oliver and Company takes it. It's the round of the P's. It's Pocahontas and Peter Pan. Poke and Pete. Your favourite double act? Pocahontas, I think, has better songs. I prefer the animation style. I prefer a lot about it. I prefer the little sidekicks. I think it's a very cute film with a good message. And sis don't need no man. I'll drink to that. Patty LaPone. Peter Pan, however, quite nostalgic for it, considering I didn't see it when I was little. But I just think it's got a charm about it. And the whole like... that like Disney chorus. But I'm going to go ahead and give this to a Pocahontas. Because I prefer it. And that's my only justification. But I prefer Peter Pan over Cinderella and Snow White. But unfortunately, we've got to say bye to Peter Pan. 2 classics here of The Little Mermaid and The Beauty and the Beast. not the Beauty and the Beast. Ooh, a tricky one, but I think I'm going to give it to Beauty and the Beast purely because it has a closer place in my heart. I've like done that show and I saw that one first. And I do think it is slightly better anyway. I think there's better characters in it. Although I love Little Mermaid, I don't know, because the remake of Beauty and the Beast almost, but not quite, ruined the first one because it was just, why was Emma Watson cast? Can anyone tell me? We'll give it to Beauty and the Beast, but Little Mermaid, so sorry, it was a close call. Atlantis and Home on the Range. Ooh, to me, the golden age of Disney. I know everyone else, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, that phase is like the best ones, but I think from 2000 to 2008-ish, 9-ish, 10-ish was the best to me. So these two are two very good ones. Atlantis is just a great adventure, but Home on the Range is quirky and fun and like kind of funny and all that jazz. The little man that's like, he's cool. But I'm gonna give this to Atlantis. I think Atlantis is better. I think Atlantis is a better film. I think if you haven't seen Atlantis, watch it. Watch it. Dumb. Aladdin and Hercules. Aladdin, do not enjoy. I do not enjoy Aladdin. I don't enjoy Aladdin. It's not a film I enjoy. It's something that I don't really enjoy that much. I appreciate why some people like it, but for me, I hate it. I think a whole new world. I hate that song. However, Hercules. My soul, Hercules on the road. I love Hercules. Hercules is probably what I'll always reach for first. I'm always in the mood to watch Hercules. And then there's that like live action one. Is that happening or was that like a hoax? Because apparently that cast list was not true. But I'm scared they're gonna ruin Hercules. But then it's coming. They're making it into a Broadway show apparently. So that'd be fun. Won't that be fun? No brainer. Herc takes the lead on this one. I'm writing down all my answers because my memory's terrible. The Hunchback of Notre Dame versus Tarzan. Ooh. I'm gonna struggle with this one. Let's break it down. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is a very good film. I like that it's a bit darker. I like the soundtrack a lot. I think it's very beautifully animated. And I think it's quite moving. Tarzan, I think, is also quite moving. Very well animated. But maybe the soundtrack lets it down just a little bit. Because it's good. It is good. Oh, it is good. I'm going to base this off Hunchback of Notre Dame, the staged musical, is really good. And without the film, because it has songs from the film, it wouldn't exist. I'm giving it to Hunchback. So there we have it. That is the first round. Let's go now. They're ready for us at judges' houses. Here we have Dumbo versus Cinderella. Don't really need to say any more on this because I've already gone through and described them all. Cinderella, no. Dumbo takes this one. Oliver and Company versus Pocahontas. Two quite different films, I think. Wow, that is a tricky one because I do love the Duke and Duke and Duke and Duke and Duke. Duke. That is a good song. But Oliver and Company, I think, is just a very good film. Ooh, choices. Between these two, I don't know. I think I'm not entirely sure why I'm acting like this decision actually makes a difference to anything or anyone. I'm gonna go for Pocahontas because I think I would reach for that one before I reach for Oliver and Company. But it's a very sad farewell to Oliver and Company. You will be missed in this competition. Thanks for playing the game. Beauty and the Beast versus Atlantis. Now, I know that Beauty and the Beast is a lot of people's favourite film. I think it is very good. I very much enjoy it. However, I think Atlantis is a really good Disney film and I think it's prettier. I think it's a shame it doesn't have any songs, but I like that every now and again. Good to mix it up. Diversify your portfolio. I'm going to give this to Atlantis. And if anyone's got a problem with that, catch me outside. How about that? Remember that? Remember then that was the only thing that everyone said for about 4 months. Let's bring it back. Why not? I've just seen the next one is Hercules versus Hunchback. Maybe two of, if not my two favourite Disney films. Hercules. Hercules is just so good. It just is. It really is. As is Hunchback, but Hercules is better because of the muses. And the muses are better sidekicks than the gargoyles. And Hades is a better villain than Frollo, even though Frollo is so dark and good. But Hercules can take this one. Yeah, why not? Why not? Nothing matters. None of this matters. Nothing really matters in the end, does it? Okay, and then the semi-final. Or is that the quarterfinal? I think this is the quarterfinal. I'm not sure. The quarterfinal. Oh yeah. So we have Dumbo versus Pocahontas. An interesting combo. Two films that don't really have anything in... You can't really... Apples and oranges. Cheese and chalk. I think Pocahontas, because Dumbo has its problems now that it's an older film, does it not? As does Pocahontas, but Dumbo a little bit more. So we're going to go for Le Pocahontas. Pocahontas can take that round and is through to the semi-final. And then we also have Atlantis versus a Hercules. Why is someone coming to the door? BRB. It was someone selling something and then walked off before I even answered the door. Interesting sales tactic. But where were we? Atlantis versus Hercules. Two chef's kisses of films. I'm gonna pick Hercules because it has songs in it. And I like songs. And that is purely the only reason. Because they're both beautiful films, as I've said. But there we go. We've got our final two of the week. So I think this is semi-final. And then we'll put our finalists to the final next week. See, I was right. And that is going to be Pocahontas versus Hercules. Wow. Beautiful films. Sexy, sexy films. Hercules is taking it. Although hard decisions along the way, I think Hercules is a lot better than Pocahontas. So that actually turned out to be fairly easy. Which means that Hercules is going forward to the final, which will be the end of next week's video. So stay tuned, because I know you're all gripped and compelled by this video. Thank you for joining the journey. If you didn't hate this video, please do like it. If you want to comment, feel free. But most importantly, tell your cousin's best friend about my channel, because they need to subscribe. Tell them. Let them know. Call your cousin. Go, hey, you know your best friend? They need to subscribe to Matt Ezra. And if they don't, catch me outside. How about that? We're bringing it back. I will see you next week, where we will find out who is the best Disney film
of all time,
based on my infinite knowledge of Disney. Toodaloo!